recommendations that can either be youth-specific on how to tweak perhaps the environment or change up the way the interactions are working. And then what we also can do is do coaching by phone or video conference at time of need. And with this Inclusion Support Center that we have, folks can schedule a call with us, and they're usually about an hour in length, and we'll take that time to really be your partner and coach, meet you where you are, and talk through what are the challenges with this specific youth, or what are your dreams on reaching that next level of full inclusion. And then we'll help you get there. And we'll follow up with that coaching session with a list of recommendations and next steps. So another thing that we have started doing more recently is we've been providing ongoing learning communities where we have a cohort of folks. So if OAN wanted to do this, you could get a group of after-school professionals, and we meet virtually once a month, and we talk through a specific topic. We do a mini training on it, and then between that meeting and the next month's meeting, there's some content to complete and a couple action activities to do, and that has been very well received. We're doing that in New Jersey this year with the New Jersey School Age Care Coalition, with a combination of NJSAC staff and child care resource and referral trainers that also provide technical assistance. And that's something that we're really excited about. And then the last, I would say, big bucket of work that we do is around policy development. And we work with organizations to develop in-depth behavior guidance and steps for escalation and de-escalation and protocols, and then can also provide training on the implementation of the policies and the guidance. So that's what we do. We love to think outside of the box. So organizations many times come to us and say, hey, can you create a customized webinar on this particular topic? Or we need a tip sheet that is specific to this area, and we'll design it. We'll create it, either co-created with that organization, or we'll just take it, do it, and send it out.
Wow. That's awesome. And I've been on your website, so I know that you've got a really diverse and pretty comprehensive listing of different topics that you guys can address. And that's super exciting. From someone who used to be in the provider world, this is something that I know I can really, sink my teeth into and use every day with after school programs. So.
Yeah, and Vivi and I definitely, as after-school providers in our past, we know that what Kit provides is very practical, and what we hear all the time is that there's a combination of fun and meaty content that people can take back and use right away, that it makes sense, it's realistic in group settings. That programs, whether they're large or small, can feel comfortable doing. You don't need an advanced degree. You don't need a special education background. We teach attitude that changes lives.
Wow. Yeah, and you and I have talked a lot about Kit and what you guys do, and so that's why I'm really super excited that you're coming to our conference. You guys are going to be there on Thursday and Friday. Thursday doing an intensive workshop, and then on Friday doing a couple of our shorter workshops and a keynote. So just give our listeners a little teaser. What can folks expect to learn from you guys at the upcoming conference in February?
Sure. So I'm super excited because it's going to be 2 full days of fun and learning. And we're going to start day 1 with some foundational pieces. So we're going to look at the foundations of inclusion and then get a little bit into behavior. And then the next day, we're going to look at some more pathways to really support positive behavior and guide youth and also just talk about, how important our response is as professionals. And then also looking at partnering with families, such an important piece of those collaborations.
Sure.
We always look at, collaboration, all together. And it's true to that quote, right? It takes a village. And so when we're in our community, collaboration with, the school, families is truly crucial. So we're going to explore some of those ways that we can collaborate all together. And for my keynote, I'm going to be sharing a story with you all. And this are some of the things that truly changed me. And it's just the approach and practices that we implemented because of those experiences is truly really made an impact for me, for the staff, for the youth. So we're going to share a little bit about that and some key elements that hopefully maybe folks can really take to heart and really perhaps, practice and approach themselves when it comes to really influencing, the lives of youth, because we're influencers. We're the true OG influencers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so, it's just that true influence in the youth, in a period of time can really make an impact. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit of that.
Wow. I'm so excited. This is going to be awesome. I am so excited. So if our listeners are also super excited and they can't wait till February and they want to learn more about KIT or inclusive practices, how do they find out more? Do you guys have a website or some contact information you can share?
Yes, most definitely. So if you can check us out at kit.org, that's KIT.org, you can find lots of great information on who we are, what we do, our training. There's also some great blogs from our leader, from our chief inclusionista, that, she shares with the world. And it's just things about, what we're doing out in the communities and just lessons learned. And sometimes we also have guest bloggers from, some of the folks that we work with and collaborate with us. So in our website, you'll find everything you need to know about us and how to connect with us and how to reach us, and just information too on our training and consulting.
Awesome. Totally awesome. Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on our podcast today. It was just great talking to you guys and learning more about KIT and what's going to happen at our upcoming conference in February. Viviana, I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person and hanging out with you a little bit. And Kat, thanks for being on the show.
Oh, our pleasure. Thank you so much.
Sure. Okay. Well, take care, you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. I want to thank our guests today, Catherine King and Viviana Hernandez St. Louis from Kids Included Together, or KIT. Viviana will be the keynote speaker for the upcoming OAN Statewide Conference for Afterschool and Summer Learning Professionals on February 21st and 22nd of 2020 in Dublin, Ohio. Find out more about this conference or register at oanohio.org. The Ohio Afterschool Network podcast was written and directed by Nichelle Shaskas. It was recorded at the OAN office located in Willis Education Center in lovely downtown Delaware, Ohio. This podcast was edited and produced by Chris Kilberger. OAN would like to thank the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation and the National Afterschool Association for their national support of the statewide work OAN does here in Ohio. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Ohio Afterschool, or subscribe to our newsletter at oanohio.org. That's it for today. Catch you next time.